car loans. Okay, so our objective here, let's compute the monthly payment and the interest costs for a car, or honestly for any vehicle loan. First off, let's define what an installment loan is. An installment loan is a loan you pay off with weekly, monthly, etc., regular payments. And as you might imagine, monthly is by far the most common. What are the advantages to an installment loan? Well, you get to use the product, in this case the car, immediately. You don't have enough money, so you take out an installment loan and you can purchase the car right now and then pay off the loan over time. Of course, there's also a disadvantage to that. Because you're borrowing money, you have to pay a fee to borrow that money. That fee is called interest, and the interest can add a substantial amount to the total cost of the purchase. It depends, of course, on the interest rate. A higher rate will add more to the cost of the purchase. A lower rate will add less to the total cost of the purchase. So it's good you get the car now. Not so good because as you pay the loan off over time, you will pay a fee for borrowing that money. Okay, so what is the loan payment formula for a vehicle loan? Actually, it's for any fixed installment loan in which the interest rate is always the same. We're just going to use it here for a vehicle. And this is it. The regular payment amount, and again, that's almost always monthly, so the monthly payment amount is equal to the loan amount. So P in this case is the loan amount times, and we've seen all these little pieces before. So the numerator, the loan amount times the interest rate as a decimal, divided by the number of times paid per year. Again, monthly we're talking 12. That's the numerator. The denominator is 1 minus the sum of 1 plus the interest rate as a decimal, divided by the number of times paid per year. That sum raised to the negative. This is where people get. This is what people forget. It's raised to a negative exponent, so it's a negative number of times paid per year times the number of years as the exponent. Let's put that to work and see how this works with cars. Okay, so I want to keep that there. You're going to borrow $20,000 for a new car. You can select from one of the two following options, each requiring monthly payments. Your installment loan A says we'll give you a 3-year loan. The interest rate will be at 7% per year. Installment loan B will be a longer loan, a 5-year loan, at a little higher interest rate, 9% per year. Okay, letter A, let's find the monthly payment and the total interest for loan A. So we're going to focus on loan A here. Okay, so let's find that payment. What is the monthly payment? Okay, the payment is equal to, we got this fraction. Okay, it's the amount you're borrowing. So $20,000. Times the annual interest rate as a decimal. Well, this 3-year loan is at 7%, so 0.07. We're doing monthly, so the number of times paid per year is 12, and that's the numerator. The denominator is 1 minus 1 plus, or the sum of 1 plus, again, the interest rate as a decimal divided by the number of payments made per year. And then don't forget that negative in the exponent. That is where people go astray. They miss that, and their answers are totally incorrect. So negative number of payments per year times the number of years. Loan A is a 3-year loan. We'll put 3 here. Okay, into calculator or Desmos that goes. It helps to put the fraction bar down first, and then put the numerator above it and the denominator below it. And out of this one, the payment is going to be $617 $2,231.54 per month. Okay, so if you want to borrow $20,000 for 3 years at a 7% interest rate, okay, you're going to have to pay $617.54 for 36 months, 3 times 12, and you will have paid off and the car will be yours. So let's take a look. Out of curiosity, what is the total paid for the car? Well, you're paying $617.54 every month, per month. And again, there are 12 months in a year, and this loan is for 3 years. Okay, so $617.54 times 12 times 3. The total you're going to pay for this car is $22,231.44. And it makes sense. You pay off the loan, so you've got to pay $20,000, and then you have to pay the fee, the bank's fee. Okay, and your total in that case, you're going to pay more than the $20,000. You're going to pay $22,231.44 in installment loan A here. Okay, so what is the total interest paid? Well, as you might imagine, the total paid is equal to the loan amount plus the interest. Okay, you're going to pay more than the loan amount. Okay, you're going to pay more than that because you're paying a fee to borrow the money. So the total paid here, you paid a total after 3 years of $231.44. The loan amount was for $22,000. The remainder was interest. How much is interest? Well, let's subtract $22,000 from both sides. And the amount of interest in this case is $2,231.44. So in loan A, for installment loan A, the fee that the lender, the bank, charged for this loan situation for this vehicle was a little over $2,200. Okay. Now let's take a look at installment loan B here. Need more paper, so I'm going to go to the back. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Find the monthly payments and the total interest for loan B. Get my other set of notes here together. Okay, so let's look at the payment. We know the formula. The payment is equal to, we have a fraction. Let's put a big fraction bar in there. Well, the loan amount was $20,000 times the interest rate as a decimal, the annual interest rate. Well, in loan B situation was 9%. Number of times you're paying per year, well, you're still paying it every month or 12 times per year. Okay, that's the numerator. The denominator, 1 minus the sum of 1 plus the interest rate as a decimal divided by the number of payments per year, raised to the, again, don't forget, there's a negative in the exponent. It's a negative exponent. Number of payments per year times the number of years. In loan B's situation, it's a 5-year loan. So that becomes a 5. Pretty much everything else in here is the, nope, the interest rate is different. So the interest rate changed and the number of years changed from the previous example. Let's put that into a calculator. And this payment comes out to be $415.17. It's a lower monthly payment, okay, than what we had before. Okay, so now let's again look. Well, how much are we going to pay for this car? All right, so the total paid for the car, well, we're going to pay $415.17 per month. Of course, there are 12 months in a year, and in this case, we're going to do this for 5 years. So 415.17 times 12 times 5. the total you're going to pay for the car in Loan B situation is $24,910.20. Do that multiplication there. Okay, so now, what's the total interest? All right, so we know that the total paid is equal to the loan amount, the $20,000, plus the fee that the bank is going to charge to give you the money so you can buy that car before you have the money. Okay, so we know the total paid here is $24,910.20. The loan amount was still the same. It was $20,000, and the remainder is going to be interest. The loan amount plus the interest is equal to the total paid. So let's subtract $20,000 from both sides, and the amount of interest is going to be, in this situation, $4,910.20. Okay, let's compare. Let's see what's going on here a little bit. Okay. So compare the monthly payments and the total interest for the two loans. All right. So for our same loan, $20,000 loan for both. For the example A there, we had a 3-year loan at 7%, and our monthly payment from the other side was $617.54, and the total interest turned out to be $2,231.44. For installment loan B, it was a 5-year loan, and we paid a 9% interest rate. Our monthly payment, which is up here, a little higher than you can see, I guess it's right, well, you can't see that either, is we calculated this out to be $415.17. And the total interest we paid is right here. We paid a total interest to the bank. We paid a fee of $4,910.20. Well, let's compare these things. Well, let's see. Okay, well, the longer loan term, okay, it had a little higher interest rate. The monthly payment was substantially lower. Okay, $200 approximately lower monthly payment. That's kind of nice. But the total interest we paid was a little more than double. So we paid substantially higher interest after all was said and done. So the 5-year loan gave us less to pay every month, but at the very end, when all was said and done, we wound up paying a fair piece more for the car. So let's write that down. The longer loan term, the 5 years versus the 3 years, it results in a lower monthly payment. That's kind of nice, but a higher total amount of interest paid. Total amount of interest paid, and hence a higher total amount paid for the car. Okay, a higher total amount of interest paid. So again, that longer loan term was good for the monthly payment. It was a lower monthly payment, but not so good for the total amount of interest you paid, which equates, of course, to the total amount paid for the car.